morning and welcome to GBS Sports Morning Extra. I'm your host, John Gige. Remember, you can keep it interacting with us through all our social media platforms, that is GBS TV Kenya. A lot of sporting action happened over the weekend, including football. And here in Kenya, there was the Mashemeji Derby, whereby Gor Mahia started off with the bragging rights and thrashed FC Leopards mercilessly 4-1. A very interesting game, and of course the Gor Mahia at the end of the day went with the bragging rights. And also in Spain we had a big derby, that is Sevilla playing against Real Betis, whereby Sevilla managed to overcome Real Betis in a very hostile condition, and at the end Sevilla went with the bragging points. In Turin, Juventus managed to win in AC Milan courtesy of Paulo Dybala's late goal, and ensuring that Sarri's men went with the three maximum points and on top of the log. So Inter Milan and Juventus trying to beat each other in the first spot of the Serie A competition. And those were just some of the interesting fixtures that happened, and not forgetting in England, whereby Liverpool ensured that their invisible record continued after thrashing Manchester City 3-1. I know it's good news for most of the chasing pack, that is the likes of Arsenal, Leicester City, and also the likes of Manchester United, because Manchester City have been reduced their points. They are currently in the 4th position. And sad news to Arsenal fans after they suffered a shock defeat 2-0 in the King Power Stadium, and Manchester United getting the bragging rights and winning 3-0 at Old Trafford. That is against a very, very hostile team, that is Brighton. So those were just some of the sporting footballing action that happened over the weekend. And today in studio, I'm joined by a group of, that is a football academy. We'll be getting to know them later, and we're trying to figure out how important these academies are in the footballing world. And I'll start by giving a chance some of these guys who participate in this academy, which is called the Polysoccer Academy. So we'll start by giving these lads some of a chance and an opportunity to introduce themselves. So we start over there. So guys, naweza jintroduce, tunaanza na Destiny, naweza jintroduce na wambe viewers wewe ni nani?
I'm called Destiny. I'm in class 4.
Yes.
And I'm 10 years old.
So which position do you play?
Number 6.
You play number 6. So you are the Xavi and the Iniesta. Okay, so one mwingine introduce.
My name is Carlos Lukoko.
Yes.
I'm 10 years old. I'm in class 4.
So which position do you play?
Number 7.
You play number 7. So Cristiano Ronaldo ndio mentor.
Yes.
Okay, so and also over here I have Bill. Bill, you can introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Bill Kipruto. I'm in class 7. I'm a midfielder. I play number 8, and I'm 13 years old.
13 years old.
Yeah.
So who's your role model?
My role model is Iniesta.
Iniesta.
Yeah.
Okay, so and of course the coach who makes it all happen with these lads. So coach, a chance to introduce yourself to the viewer.
Yeah, thank you for this opportunity.
Yes.
My name is Anthony Mackenzie.
Yes.
I am the founder, and I am currently the head coach of Polysoccer Group.
Yeah. So doing some very good work in nurturing these football talents. Okay, so basically let's start. Maybe the viewer there outside may want to know who is Polysoccer and what does Polysoccer do?
Okay, Polysoccer basically is a project that is very dear to me.
Yes.
Very personal project. Second year running. We are based in Ongatarongai. We train at a high school called Olifrema Secondary in Ongatarongai. And we take in kids ranging from 7 years to around 15 years. Basically, our aim is, of course, to improve the skills in soccer. And we we believe that we do much more than that, because we also want to impart some character development in them. We have a mindset program, mind education program, which we are doing in partnership with the International Youth Fellowship in Kenya. And we also want to expose them. Most of the children are coming from very humble backgrounds, and they don't have opportunities, or rather they believe that they don't have equal opportunities as with these other children who come from probably well-to-do families. So we try to mix them together, and we try to expose them so much so that they can at least feel that they have a hope in sports, specifically in soccer.
Okay, so Polysoccer group, what's the difference with other academies?
Okay, majorly the other academies focus so much on skills development, which is also one of our core activities. But as I mentioned earlier, we would like to bring out the best character, and also through mind education, we'd like to open the minds of these children, to make them know that there is hope in life, and they also can be able to be successful as other children are. We have a mentorship program where we take the kids to a certain factory or a certain company, and we request that at least they are shown around, and just them being in such an environment makes them believe that actually they can achieve what people who are there are doing. And I believe that really impacts so much in how they think, and it gives them hope even in the future. Yeah.
Okay, so Bill,
Yeah.
ulijoin lini Polysoccer Academy, and how did you know about it?
Yeah, I joined Polysoccer like 3 months ago. The idea of Polysoccer group came from my best friend. Yeah, he introduced me to the team, and
Is he one of the kuniwale ni Destiny ama ni Carlos?
no, he's not here.
Oh, are you covered?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and Coach Anthony welcomed us. Yeah, and we just started playing in the team. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
far
yeah.
so good. How is the academy?
Yeah, the academy is good. All my fellow players are very kind. We always train on 3 days a week. Yeah, the experience is good basically. Yeah.
Okay, so Destiny, will you join when? When did you join Polysoccer Academy?
3 months ago.
Yes. So experience imekuaje?
Good. It was good.
And I hope una adapt kwa hiyo role yako. Okay, so Carlos, when did you join the academy?
Like 2 months ago.
So far so good. How is the academy?
It's fine.
It's fine. Okay, so coach,
Yes.
we've said that you have a mindset education program that happens over there. So how is this mindset education important to these guys? Because it's not all about playing football.
Yeah, I've had the privilege, and I really call it privilege because it's not something that happens to many people. I've really had the privilege to also do a mindset course from IYF.
Yes.
And on a personal level, it took me from a very bad place, and it really helped open my mind and see things differently. And after I did the course, I really felt that we really need to impart this in even in our school systems that we have. Yeah, because building a proper mindset from a very young age is very important to the children, because it makes them actually believe that they have great potential, which the mind is trained in a way so that they can be able to overcome hardships, and they can be able to overcome very many disappointments in life. We see so many children these days, very young age, addicted to TV, addicted to these other vices, and we believe that it's important that we engage their minds in a very early age, and I believe that it's really working out for them.
Okay, so how has the relationship been with the IYF, that is the International Youth?
It has been a good relationship, and it's an NGO that actually really wants to impact and create a change in society and really make a difference in society. And I think that is very important because they have been readily available when I require their services, and they've been able to really bring about some of the good character that I'm seeing in most of the children that I'm training at the moment. Yeah.
Okay, so I know finance are the core. They contribute to the academy growth. So far so good. How do you manage to raise these funds, and which channels do you use? I've seen that in your website you play charity matches. That is whereby the parents and also the friends can come and play maybe an organized, friendly, and raise some of the funds. So is this charity work helping out?
I must admit it is really helping in a way. What you just said, probably I can elaborate on that. This is majorly a self-funded project. I'm the one who takes care of most of the finances, including the grounds, including the equipment, and sometimes I have to come through also when we are going somewhere. I'm transporting the kids. But I must also thank specific individuals and some of the parents who have really come through and they've been assisting. The charity matches that you've mentioned, we normally have them after every 3 months, and we aim to, of course, raise funds that will take us for the next 3 months. That has been successful also because for the first time in 2 years we've been able to join a soccer league. It's called Talanta Soccer League, which is based in Rongai, and we've been able to get bibs and some equipment for training, though we are yet to get uniform, full uniform, which we are hoping we will do by hopefully by the end of the year. But in relation to that, of course, we'd like to call on to any well-wishers, any prospective well-wishers who might wish to assist us. I normally tell people that if I would have been in this for money,
Yes.
I would have stopped a long time ago. And sometimes people see me, the people who are close to me, sometimes they ask me why do you push on? But I think just seeing the transformation that is happening in the kids just keeps me going in a way.
Okay.
Yeah, and unrelated to that, probably if I can just mention,
Yes.
there are some 2 kids
Yes.
who are actually lined up for scholarship
Yes.
for high school next year. They have been through exams and they're finished, and I'm really praying that goes through. So such things really give me the
To
motivation.
see the children succeed.
Yeah, just to see the fact that this child is from a poor or a humble family and can get a scholarship, fully paid everything, and relieves the family from the expenses of high school.
Yes.
That is a big satisfaction too.
Okay, I know in each and every academy the aim is to be like the Ronaldo, to produce the Ronaldos,
Exactly.
the Messis, and all the best players that we have in the world. So far so good. What can Poly Academy boast of achieving? So far so good.
Okay, we are still quite young in this
Industry, because like most of them just joined, like Bill is 3 months old,
Yeah.
Carlos too, and Destin 3 months old.
Exactly. Okay,
Yeah.
I have some members who actually started with me.
Yes.
They've been with me for like 2 years,
Mhm.
but unfortunately, due to one reason or another, they
Yes.
could not be
Oh,
here.
still okay.
Yeah, but the achievements, I see them from a very personal level.
Mhm.
The transformation in character, they might not really be very visible,
Mhm.
but I believe that we are heading towards there.
Okay.
Yeah, as I try as much as possible to expose the kids to as many prospects as possible,
Mhm.
I believe that one day So one of them will actually just make it out there as a
Okay.
professional.
And it's our prayer.
Yes.
It's, one of them happens to be the Messi or the
Definitely.
Cristiano. So
I believe
Bill,
that.
Bill, so what's your aim? Unataka kukua nani ukiwa hapo kwa hiyo Polysoccer Academy? Unajiona wapi?
Well, I'd like to become an engineer and
Engineer and also do football.
pursue my dream of becoming a footballer. Yeah.
So you want to be a football engineer?
Yeah.
So who do you look up? You said you look up to Iniesta. So do you see yourself in that position?
No, not mostly, but I'm getting there.
You're getting there.
Yeah.
Okay, so Carlos, where do you see yourself in years to come? Unajiona wapi? Utafika pale England, pale Spain, unajiona hapo? Yes?
Yes.
So whom do you look up to? Na nani unaangalianga sana? Mentor wako ni nani?
Pilot.
You want to be a pilot?
Yes.
Okay, so how about you, Destin? You want to be a footballer?
Yes.
So education, still education is important. So in the part of education side, unaweza taka kuwa nani?
Doctor.
Doctor. So coach, I can see the mind education that you instill in these guys. It's not all about football. You must have another side hustle that can also pay you off, and it's a good thing seeing that at this tender age they are taking education serious and at the same time trying to nurture their talent. Okay, so coach, I know it's very hard to convince the parents or the guardians to enroll their kids in this academy. So how do you go about to convince them?
Okay.
And the process, what's the process if one want to join the Polysoccer Academy?
Okay, I believe mostly the new members that I've been getting mostly from word of mouth, which just spreads like I don't know, wildfire or something. Yeah, because I remember when I started, I think I had about 6 children.
Yes.
There is a route when I was going to my house. I used to find boys there just playing soccer. So I thought, okay, how about, okay, of course they had a ball which was not inflated. So I thought, how about just one day just buy a ball and just give them to play, which is exactly what I did. But at the same time, I could realize that there was a lot of talent there and it was not really being nurtured. So I thought probably organizing them in a group and trying as much as I can to expose them frequently would really do them good. So mostly it's by word of mouth.
Yes.
They just call their friends, and after that, when someone new comes, of course the first 2-3 training sessions we just accommodate them so that they get the feel of what the club is all about. Then after that, of course, I have to get a signed consent from the parent,
Yes.
which I normally do it in form of a form. They fill in and then they bring the form back to me and they maintain a copy for of course with some bit of terms in case there is some liability, we know how to handle it. Then after that, basically someone becomes a member of the team.
So it's that simple.
I believe it's that simple. It's not that complicated.
And so far so good. Parents have been cooperating, or you know, most of them are insecure because they need their children to focus mostly on the education part of it.
Yeah, that has actually come about.
Yes.
In fact, during the third terms, we normally have lower numbers because there are some who are doing exams. But majorly, when they come to us, we train for just 2.5 to 3 hours. So it's not really that long period. And after that, now they can do other things that they want to do.
Okay, as we wind up the show, so maybe Bill, unaweza kuambia kuna kijana anakuwatch hapo hivyo nje, unaweza mwambiaje?
Yeah, talent is a good thing. We need to nurture it. And yeah, basically you just need to nurture it, but you also focus on education.
And
Yeah.
to the parents wenye wanaona kama ni a waste of time kupeleka mtoto kwa academy kama wewe unaweza ambia mzazi?
Yeah, to the parents, kids don't only need education because they have talents for a reason. So they should let them join the soccer academies, maybe other academies, just nurture their talents.
But to remember to keep education.
Yeah.
Okay, so Carlos, unawezaje ambia huo kijana anakuwatch hapo ama msichana anakuwatch na anataka kuwa footballer kama wewe na kujoin academy, unaweza mwambiaje?
I'll tell her talent is a good thing.
Na anaweza kujoin pia, anaweza kuja join Polysoccer Academy mcheze pamoja.
Yes.
Okay, so Destiny, how about kuna kijana anakuona pale nje, anasema anataka kukua kama wewe, unaweza mwambiaje ama unaweza encourage aje?
To nurture his talent and tell the parents to let him join some groups of soccer.
Yes. Not necessarily soccer, kama akona talent ingine aitumie.
Yes.
Okay, so that's very good. So coach, as we wind up the show, maybe you could give us your parting shot to tell us, maybe there is a parent there is a kid who wants to join any academy, not necessarily the football academy, but wants to nurture the talent. And also, maybe when you winding up, you can tell us how the schedule of your academy is not, how it runs the schedule.
Okay, I would like to advise parents that it is good to join any talent development group because there are some characters that really come out from their kids that they might not really know, but if they cooperate with such groups, it's really important because they will really find out some characters of the kids that they were not really aware about. And also, as the kids have said, it is really important to also nurture talent. These days sports, I think, pays, unlike maybe in the olden days. There is really great opportunity in sports, unlike the earlier days. So it's better for a kid not only to advance in terms of education, but also be able to build up the talent that he or she has. It really contributes to the holistic growth of the kid. Concerning our schedule, we normally train on during school terms. We train on Saturdays. That is from around 3 p.m. to around 6 p.m. When they are out, like for example this very long holiday, we add some more days, 3 days a week, Wednesdays, Fridays and Saturdays. And mostly on any day we might go for friendly matches or for tournaments that might be available during that time.
And currently, how's the league?
Our first time we've not really performed so well. But there's always a first time. The young ones needed exposure. They needed to play in front of a crowd, which was quite challenging for them. And yeah, I really appreciate that. Okay, we've lost some matches and some lost so badly, I must admit. But not really. Yeah, but I believe that it is part of a process.
Very, very interesting sentiments from the coach there and also the co-founder of the Polysoccer Group Academy. And any investor over there willing to come into board, you can come, help through, and maybe continue the good work that you're doing. So guys, a very special thanks for coming, and especially this early to beat the chilly weather and to come. Nashukuru sana Bill, Carlos and Destin. I wish all the best for you as you endeavor in your respective careers and also in your footballing careers. I hope to see mkiwa the likes of Victor Wanyama hapa na the likes of Messi tunaona kwa TV. Ndio pia hata tukikam kupeana sports news tuna report Bill scored a goal for Barcelona. It's possible. So don't stop dreaming.
Yes.
And remember, no human is limited. Venye Kipchoge alituambia. So on behalf of the GBS Sports Morning Extra team, it's a special thanks for making this program a success. So stay tuned for all the GBS